Hey everybody, it's the NFT Circus Friday edition. I am NiftyBC. We have Crackers, the co-host, and TC, our co-host. We have Tara Mike in the house, and we also have Kyler Frisbee, and he's from POG. I don't know if you remember the 90s, the POGs guys that you used to get everywhere. That was the game to have in the 90s. The kids would flip them and do them and trade them. Now they're doing a digital version of it, and Kyler's here to talk about it. So we're going to get to him in a second. First of all, guys, if you could type in $MORBS, just like that, in the chat over here on YouTube, and you'll be entered into the giveaways. The first giveaway, I think we'll do a Jack Crackers PFP pack. We sold out on these the other day on Wednesday. They're ready on secondary. They're ready going for a pretty good price now. They're really fun ones. We had 222 of these. They're all gone now, but we do have some packs that we're going to be giving away. So the first draw will be for one of those packs, and we'll do that after we talk to Kevin. And before I get going on this too, tomorrow, guys, we have a art thing that we do about once a month called Wax Attacks. And so if you are around, it's free to attend. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at ArtDrop5. And we'll be posting the link at 1 p.m. PST tomorrow. And this is our Wax Attacks Metaverse area. We have a gallery in here, and we have everyone from JRG, Senior Lupe, DeBoer's Pen Arts, Mikey. Yeah, we have a bunch of people in here. Abstract Dragon, RAR is in here. 8-Bit Slammers, Sublime Sounds, and Grunt, and Little Monk over there as well. So come on in. There's some little ATMs in here so you can get some wax wallets created and come join the fun. We'll do some presentations in here. We usually have a pretty good time when we do it. So anyway, that's tomorrow, but let's talk about today. Let's talk to Kyler here. Kyler, tell me what's going on with POG. So how did this get into a digital realm, and how are you guys doing it? Are you doing it on multiple blockchains, or are you centering on one?
Great question. It's a lot to unpack. The opportunity to get to build this new ecosystem for POG is a true blessing, just like great benefit, opportunity, privilege. But we reached out to POG probably a year ago, about maybe 9 months ago, and they had been looking into getting into the ecosystem. Myself, I had been building some tech companies for the last 10 years, including Google's machine learning team, their cloud platform, and then over to Unity, where we scaled out machine learning, cloud platform, connected gaming, and we were experimenting with blockchain technologies to go across the whole environment. So 5 million developers on Unity would have an ecosystem or an economy as a service that they could, plug into their game. Right. That didn't work out. Essentially, we didn't go all the way, but we got the opportunity to. Now we're creating everything that we want to back at Unity. It'll be an interoperable, ubiquitous game system where POGs are the pieces. We'll have a number of different games. We've already got one beta out, and we've got 2 other games in development. And so it'll be a little POG arcade where you'll go in and you'll get your POGs and you'll play these games. You'll win POGs, you'll lose some, and they'll all have value. And so we're going to be issuing our founding POGger collection here coming up on the Solana blockchain. We do have, the desire to go cross-chain and to be able to do maybe different releases on different blockchains until then. But for our first initial release, we'll do it all on Solana. We'll release the game on Solana.
Nice.
And then later in the fall, we'll have a full collection where all of us will be able to play against each other, win, lose, play against Pogman, go into the arcade. And then we also have other third-party studios who are building games to utilize these POGs, nice. Whether it's an MMO where you'll find a POG. We may be scattering a scavenger hunt around the portals downtown, and then other implementations as well. So it'll be a global scavenger hunt, both physical, mainly digital. And if you're a gamer and you go into a game, you win a POG and you don't want to keep that POG, you can turn around and sell it to somebody like me who is trying to purchase the collections or wants the benefits of a full collection.
Right.
And there are going to be a number of different collections that come along when you have fully, collected a set. But there's so much to unpack. I don't really know where to start.
Yeah, and you guys have a perfect opportunity to also collab with probably endless amounts of projects at the same time to bring them into your community and ecosystem as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool to get to kind of reinvigorate a lot of the brands that we used to really like. We've got a lot of really interesting concepts that we're showing to the public. Now, we can't announce all of our partnerships yet, but we will start to announce a handful of them over the next few weeks and then into the next into the summer and so forth. We'll have a Pogger coin, which will be used to purchase packs and when you sell Pogs, and then to make in-store purchases in the game and so forth. Yeah.
Nice. And this game anybody can play. This is a beta that they can test out right now on the website, correct? That what I was just playing in the background?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, anybody can play. We were giving whitelist spots away for anybody who was able to flip all of them. And you can see how this will work. Now, those aren't the specs of the Pogs. Those aren't the IP backgrounds that we've attained. So there's a lot to look forward to when we release the full version. You'll be playing in really unique places in environments built by brands that you really cherished as a child or back in the 90s,
Nice.
including bands and different forms of music and art and so forth. So it'll be really cool to hopefully go back in time a little bit when we're playing the game.
Nice. That's really cool. And so when is the first drop for Solana? When is that going to be happening?
Great question. So we're leading up. We're only about 2 weeks into the public eye. We just announced 2 weeks ago. We're about to hit 1,000 people on our Discord.
Nice.
We haven't spent $1 in marketing at all, and I think we've identified some really cool communities that we'll launch some NFT projects with in the future, like bringing Ethereum projects and Solana projects and Wax projects onto the ecosystem by creating Pogs with them, and then those Pogs can be used in the environment in the game. Yeah, so we'll be looking to probably mint around 3,000 to 5,000 people in the Discord. So probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we're thinking, and then we'll utilize those funds to stand up our arcade coin offering, finish out the last of the 3 games and the integrations with the NFTs, and then we'll be developing an STK with all the dimensions and any APIs that'll be necessary to build. Utilizing Pogs or the marketplace or the game itself.
Now the coin, is that going to be like an SPL coin like on Solana, or is that going to be an ETH like ERC20? What kind of coin is it going to be?
Yeah, great question. That will be a Solana based coin.
Okay, like an SPL coin like on Solana. Oh, I'm getting feedback.
It'll be on a Solana coin.
What's up, everybody? It's the NFT Circus. It's Friday night.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, so we got a double mic going on here. I was trying to see what that was. Sorry about that. I was all like, wait, I'm hearing myself back in time. I'm like, what's going on?
So we got a chat and yeah, I'm super familiar with Wax. One of our co-founders is on the advisory council for Wax. And 4 of us co-founders helped build the Unity game engine and different infrastructure pieces there. So that's kind of where background sits. But yeah, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Sure.
So Cogs is
I was going to ask you about Cogs. Actually, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
I was like, are you aware of Cogs? I was like,
we started this project. I mean, Pog has been working on this project for a while, and I think some of the software behind Cogs may have been a pitch to Pogs in the past or even part of a project. And so the way that then kind of transitioned into Cogs, there may be some controversy in the future. I really want to stay away from it. Like if there's a way to integrate the two, maybe we'll figure that out. But I think last night somebody brought it up to me, and I'm a little sensitive about it because we've definitely thought a lot about how to approach the Cogs team and their project, because they're building something much bigger maybe than the game or the arcade that we're building, right? Like we're very focused on building the game piece and then the but I think Cogs has built a metaverse and they're creating something that would encompass a lot more than maybe what our strategy is initially. So my only concern is like their stack and slam game. There may be a patent out on a digital version of that game. And it is nobody obviously wants to enforce anything in this environment because it is grassroots community
Sure.
built. I think as long as we could figure out a way to build both ecosystems, maybe my response last night, I got a little uptight. I was tired, and I was referencing, you know, IP and stuff like that. And I think maybe that might have been an overreaction, because there's more than enough space for all of us to build kind of our place in the metaverse.
Sure.
And I really think that the people who built COGS and the community that has been built around COGS are folks who appreciated POGs in the past, right? And that's
Most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, like so there's no reason to alienate probably our core fan group. And the fact that we hadn't built it yet, like, we tip our cap to them, because they
Sure.
really were passionate about the idea. Yeah, they can't use the IP, and we don't want to do anything that would hurt them. So we'll figure out a way to work together, whether it's, you know, just staying out of each other's lane, or whether it's like
Sure.
a potential partnership in the future. But to anybody who maybe saw like some tweets last night, I would just say, like, we're such big fans of Wax. We really have respect for the COGS team. So if there are conversations in the future, like, I'm definitely excited to be a part of them. And by no means are we trying to like serve a cease and desist to anybody. Like, and even if we did, you know, who's to say that there's not gray area for all of us to exist anyways. So
Sure.
let's keep it amicable, and I'm going to put my friendly hat on towards the project.
That's great. Yeah, that's the way to handle it, though. That's good. That's good to know, man. And, you know, it's like, you know, because it's such a new area and new time, you know, for everything, you know. So it's yeah, it's a different time. So it's good that you guys will probably hopefully work together or find some kind of way to work together. So that's great. That's good to know. And you guys are on Solana anyway. So now on Solana, are you going to be releasing on Magic Eden, Digital Eyes, FTX? Where are you guys going to be putting it?
Question. We haven't necessarily announced yet, but one of our friends, I'm sure you know Twitch, like the number one word on Twitch is Pogger, and
Yeah.
it just, they play the game, right? So we have a great relationship with those folks, and it just so happens that one of their founders also started a marketplace, like a kind of like.
Oh, so can you say that one more time? You cut out just for a second.
Yeah, so he kind of started like a Twitch for NFT gaming.
Okay,
Right?
gotcha.
So the Fractal marketplace. So that's where we're leaning. We're super excited about everything they're doing, and they're really good, great people. Like Justin Kahn, founder of Twitch, and his co-founder founded and led the Google Drive project for about 14 years in Google.
Right.
Yeah,
I was reading on your about section. I mean, you got some heavy hitters, you know, that you're hanging out with here. I mean, there's like there's definitely like people working on NBA Top Shots that have worked on, you know, everything that I'm reading through this. I'm just like, wow, that's a serious team, and you guys are fully doxxed, which is also a nice thing to see as well, you know. So tell me about how the team got together. How did that start? How did you guys even meet up?
Well, luckily, my background last 10 years is in building software engineering team. So I've gotten a chance to build a number of different teams, from artificial intelligence to cloud platform and so forth. And so a lot of these relationships I've cultivated over the last 10 years, like, we've been in Bitcoin since 2012, 2013.
Oh, wow. You're early. You're OG, man.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to build we had mining rigs we were buying back in 2013. I'm trying to remember the name of them, but they like had guaranteed hash rates that you could buy.
Oh, wow.
And so that was really interesting, but I felt like I missed it. My brother had been investing. He had an $800 million portfolio and a fund-to-fund venture investment. So he was investing in VC firms around the country. And about 2 years ago, we really wanted to get into crypto. I was just a part of IPOing Rivian. And so once we IPO'd there, I was really excited to kind of move on to the next project. And so we reached out to POGS, and the first person I went to was the guy who I was trying to pioneer the cryptocurrency solution across the Unity game engine with, back at Unity. His name's Michael. He's the advisor on the Wax.io Council.
Gotcha.
He was building like Ethereum games back in 2016, 2017, and incorporating Ethereum wallets. He forked Ethereum and then created his own currency and all this stuff. So really brilliant dude. And then his boss was Matt Sorg, who's the head of gaming at Solana now. And when we told him what we were doing, he had practiced every day pogging, and like he was the school's best, and like he had parents like knocking on his door getting their pogs back for their kids and stuff. It's just, like I see your smiles, dude. Like so many of you guys can relate to how valuable these things were.
Right,
For
totally.
And so then we went, Janie Parasini, she's the VP of growth at NBA Top Shot at Dapper Labs, and she is a pogger as well. Like she talks about running the blacktop. Like she's so pog and awesome. And then we were able to bring in a couple other folks from Unity, a senior manager who was head of the dashboard and the platform. And so we're able to build this, I think, organically. We'll build a very decentralized infrastructure so that all game studios and developers, even the smallest, most basic ones building on Unity, can utilize Pogs in some way. For the major ones, we're going to take a portion of our mints and put them in their games. We'll be able to mint collections for them specifically, and then we'll roll into the physical realm after that. But yeah, the team is amazing. Like I have to say thank you to the folks like our co-founders who protected the IP for 25 years and defended it consistently. Without that, we wouldn't have the opportunity. But now everything is in play. We got the right people. We built the right infrastructure. We took about a year to build all the tech before we started releasing it. And so now it's just about building the community, and we'll release one piece at a time as the community grows.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey guys, Crackers, TC, you have any questions that you might want to throw at them?
No. Sorry.
How about you guys? Ben, Tara, Mike, you guys have a question?
Well, I had a question, but it seems it's gone.
Oh, where'd he go?
No, I insulted him.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
So how often you got plan to resets of the pogs? Because I know when I was younger, I think you had the...
Oh, no, we lost Crackers too. Hold on a second. Come here, Crackers. Freeze framed. We've been rugged. We always get rugged at some point here. The StreamYard. Come on back, Crackers.
I mean, like you just
he's completely frozen. We're just going to keep on moving here. So I think he's thinking how often you're going to release. I'm thinking that's what he was saying. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we'll release the Founding Pogger collection, and each Pog will come with benefits throughout the ecosystem in perpetuity, like early access, early information, and then beta testing and so forth. But when you collect a full collection, you'll get founders incentives. So go on trips with us as the founders. You'll get access to new collections first, and you'll get to test out all of the benefits of every other collection that comes forward. And as the game is played, once we release in the fall, our full mint will have about 5 to 7 collections, about 50 to 80,000 pogs hitting the market. So it'll be a pretty low barrier, pretty low floor. Buy your pogs up and start playing. But as you see, like once you lose a pog to Pogman, 50% of the pogs you lose are burned, 50% are put back in the pool of rewards. And so you'll wake up in the morning, you'll have a 1 of 1,000, and then maybe 3 from now it'll be 1 of 5 because we all played with the same pog.
Right.
And then the barrier will be so high, those pogs will be so valuable, you won't want to play with them. And at that point, we'll release. So we'll find that perfect balance, continually incentivizing new play, but like we don't want to flood any market. And that's why we're really excited about the deflationary mechanism. Like the market will define the rarity of each unit.
That's really good. And we don't want mothers at this point in time coming and asking for their kids' pogs back, after they lose a really valuable one.
Maybe that's just claim them all, but I don't think people would be happy with that.
Well, that's awesome, man. Now, when you guys come over to the Wax blockchain, I'm going to do a kind of a segue over here to NFT Hive. NFT Hive is a marketplace over here on Wax, which has been quite a godsend for quite some time, doing secondary market tools and bulk listings, bulk transfers, you name it. They've come up with some really cool contracts, but now they are minting. They are minting now. They are the third marketplace to start minting now. So that's a big deal, man. Now Wax has 3 choices, and you guys have an editor that you just put up, and you guys are just doing drops right now. Is that right, Ben?
Yes, that's correct. We just finished the editor this week, and we are in beta right now. So we are still testing the contract, just getting started. And Well, I wouldn't say we are the third. Like there are some other project that also do drops.
Sure, that's true.
Wax
That's true.
itself as well.
Sure.
But yeah, we're aiming for being very open for like every verified collection, and we are planning to make the drops contract mostly free. Like,
Which is awesome.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so because we've been around for a long time and we are block producers on Wax, we mainly get paid as for running our block producer and having this marketplace, and we also do the CPU renting and some other services. So we're mainly focusing on adding value to the ecosystem, and we want to like go out there and look for people who are interested in minting on Wax and want to keep the barrier as low as possible.
Sure.
And yeah, that's why we created this.
And your rent CPU thing, may I just say, is a complete godsend, because the CPU for whatever reason lately has been a little bit crazier. It seems, doesn't it, TC? Doesn't it seem a little bit nuttier, like CPU, than when we started? It seems a little bit different. Anyway, but you guys have you can rent CPU from NFT Hive. I think it was 500 wax for about. It comes out to what, like 5 wax or something, 3 wax or something to rent 500 wax with the CPU.
It depends on how full our pools are and how high the demand is at the time. So right now we have at 0.5% fees, which is very low, and it's like you get a couple of 100 transactions for just
it's great,
just 1 wax, which is like, if you compare it like to other blockchains, even if there's a congestion on Wax, renting CPUs is still much lower than paying transaction fees elsewhere.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Ben, do you have many people actually using NFT Hive? Just out of curiosity, because I know Nifty is now big, kind of a lot more users have gone there using the secondary market on Nifty blocks over Atomic. So I'm just wondering, had you seen kind of a spike in numbers?
No, we had some problems with we ran advertisement at the beginning of the year on Google, which brought a lot of people over, but Google then blocked us. I don't know if it's
oh really?
I wonder why.
I don't know. NFT.
They're anti-crypto.
I'm not sure.
They're anti-crypto, aren't
they? Are. They really are. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. No, we have static numbers ever since, but now with I guess the advantages Nifty had was doing drops in the first place and making them available to everyone. Like Atomic was, of course, the first big market which had drops, but the drops were kind of closed, difficult for people to set up or get into.
Right.
And
yeah, they were.
Yeah. Then Nifty came along and made this like available for everyone,
right,
and for independent creators, and that was really great. Really good job from them, and I guess that was the advantage that they had, and we were at the time still focusing on other stuff. So I'm glad we finally had the time to develop the drop contract so that we can hopefully catch up with that now.
Yeah, and now right now currently it's just drops, correct? Are you guys planning on doing packs or anything else like that?
The packs contract is written, but the creator's not done yet, so we're working on that. We are hoping to finish that in about 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh wow, that's exciting! That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Now, are you
there will also be?
Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
Sorry. There will also be free, I think, for our partners for verified collections.
That's great. Now, are you guys going to do pre-minted drops as well, or pre-minted packs or anything like that?
We had the question before about pre-minted drops. That's difficult. I'm not sure if we will add the utility just yet. So we're just getting started. I guess for packs, if you buy packs from drops later on, it's not that important.
Right.
I've spoken to people who were saying like, yeah, it's a nice feature to have pre-minted drops, so you can still get the first mint later on.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult to do, but we will have to update it, and we are still working on the packs thing, so it's not a huge priority, and we also have some stuff planned afterwards. like a template where collections can set up their own launch platform where they sell the first drop and then have an unpacking section and all this, like the stuff
great.
you know from Wax,
Yeah.
which they have built. So we want to have like the same thing but open source and customizable.
Nice.
So that's another plan we have. And you asked about the PAX contract as well. This will have pre-mint by default.
Oh wow, great.
We didn't have mint on demand. So mint on demand, there's an open PAX contract from Atomic Hub,
okay,
which has mint on demand only. But yeah, I don't see much value in mint on demand. But some people have talked to me about that feature, and they were saying like for pre-mint, you need to pay a lot of resources up front. If you build a collection of 100,000 assets, for example, you need to have the RAM and pay all that beforehand. So we had another idea because of that. So we said we can do pre-minted packs, but you can then extend them over time. Like if you get to maybe 100 sold packs, you can add more to the pre-minted pool to just be able to purchase more packs in the future.
Yeah, which I think is great because I mean we just recently started doing PFPs. We have a PFP tool that RAR was helping us with, and we end up with a pre-minted pack because people like the pack. I think they just like the video and the whole like what am I getting kind of thing. I think that surprise element they just like that. So it's nice to hear that will be a feature that will be coming with you guys. That's I mean you guys always have been kind of like a dark horse, you know, that like I'm always so like, have you guys used the secondary? Because I always use you guys for the secondary because it's so much easier. I can see a floor price, and you guys kind of have it set up a little bit better than I think the other the marketplaces in some ways. And your tools, you were the first to bring this bulk idea together.
Oh,
it's amazing, right? Can you explain the bulk tools a little bit for us?
It's actually very simple. Well, it took some time to set it all up, but basically, a lot of the transactions can be summarized into larger transactions. So we were just thinking about how to make a list of items and then add them all, select them all, or set up the prices that you want to sell them for.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking about how to get this into one transaction. And just push it onto the blockchain.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, if you guys haven't used NFT Hive before, guys, I highly suggest heading over there. You can just log in with your Wax wallet. I mean, it's just going to be using the same thing you're going to use either on Atomic or on Nifty. But check out the secondary and try them out sometimes. Like if you want to do a lot of transfers or you want to list a lot of stuff that's in your collection really quick, so fast and so easy, and it's just an easy way to do it. I just really like it. And you guys also do the sets on your marketplace. I know that Atomic has that as well, but you guys kind of focus a little bit more on sets. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, sets was also we were also the first ones to have sets in the first place. We started very early on with garbage pail kits on simple assets, and we also still support that and show all listings on different simple assets markets like GPK market and simple market, Waxdash, and all those that exist. And we created a set tool with a very special idea because back then when you had simple assets and you were selling assets, you were sending them to the market contracts. So they were not in your wallet anymore. So you didn't own them. And we wanted to have the sets up, like you see, you have a complete set, even if you have listed items, even if they're not in your wallet anymore. So we have a backend where we track all the transfers of assets and who actually still owns something, even if it's listed on the market. And we built the sets around this idea. And later when Our Planet came around, we tracked when you were staking something. So it's the set builder tool still keeps the assets that you have staked in your personal sets.
Nice.
So yeah, we've been adding this for a lot of the collectible collections like Funko and Hot Wheels, everything that you can collect. It's always sets, mostly by rarity. But since we were talking about Cox earlier, they are very special. We have over 2,000 Cox sets, I believe, which account for all the different border combinations. Like you can collect all the Sunset Cox, ultra rare Sunset Cox, and you can have different Cox of different colors and borders, which is called a rainbow collection.
Gotcha.
Which is always the same character, always the same image, but has a different border, and it looks like a beautiful, colorful rainbow collection.
Nice. And now, you guys also, like, analytically, you guys are doing a lot of stuff too. You have like a lot of analytic tools. Like,
I think we might have one of the biggest databases in the Wax ecosystem. Like, we track everything since the beginning of time, every sale, every transfer, and based on that, we exactly this. It's connected to the same database. That's Wax Market Cap, and we aggregated all those data sets, which helps us to calculate the floor prices as well. And Wax is huge, and there's like, we do this for every single kind of NFT, every collection.
I mean, it's amazing what you can find on here. I mean, I scroll through this a lot of times and just see like where everything is at. If you guys are out there and haven't used Wax Market Cap, I highly suggest, if you're in the Wax ecosystem, you can see where collections are kind of at with their sales, and it also gives you, the top sales that are happening over here. So when you see these $122,000 sales, you're like, oh my God, wow. Where's that whale at? Where's he at? Anyway, but
you can see some of the farmers' worlds
exactly
there as well.
And some of the brawlers, I'm sure, are probably in here. I don't know. There's so many things happening that are.
Imagine paying that for a mining excavator right now.
Well, what's so funny, Ben, honestly, I didn't know that these big sales happen until you did something other than the Wax Market Cap, but you made a Discord bot. So this Discord bot will show the sales that are kind of coming in for different collections. And you have one, I think, for the whole Wax ecosystem, correct? Like, where it just shows these sales, I believe, that are coming in. So that's when I first saw these, like, whoa, who's spending $200,000 right now? Like, where are these guys at? So it was interesting to see those analytics, because, you have a lot of people, especially like from Ethereum, that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, no one trades anything over $20 on Wax. I'm like, no, not really. Like, you gotta check out some of these sales, because these sales are seriously out of the
that's a really big misconception. Like, actually, NFTs should be affordable, right? So that's a big advantage of Wax, that you should buy common cards, which are maybe a couple of bucks or cents even. But you always also have the ultra rare items, and that's how it's supposed to be. Like, the whole problem with Ethereum is, I think it's like everything has to be ultra rare, because otherwise you cannot afford it.
Right.
But I think it's much more interesting if you have like these collectible sets that start with common cards, where you can build the whole set very easily. But you have it for different tiers of collectors. You have more rare cards that are more attractive to people.
Sure.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like this like very much from the beginning. Yeah.
Now, what do you guys have planned as far as? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a banner here up on. Sorry about that. What do you guys got planned as far as kind of like moving forward with the packs? Are you going to be doing any other kind of contracts, like a blend, or do you have other ideas that maybe you could share with us?
I'm not sure. I think I developed an interface for the existing blend contracts before. I think they are free.
Okay.
I think they're also free to use so we might just leverage them. I don't know if to rewrite those contracts. We are just focusing on. So the next big thing that we are doing is the categorizing every collection. We're
nice.
still working on that.
Yeah, you were the first to do that as well. You're the first to kind of put out actual categories.
We're doing
which
a lot
we
of
really,
stuff.
I mean, you kind of come first to the finish line, and then then I kind of see the stuff kind of end up sometimes on other markets. And I'm like, hey, NFT Hive was already doing that, but
It happens.
But things happen, But I was going to say, you were the first to do that as well, the idea of a collection for, especially I think for a lot of people that were coming over from Ethereum, that was always their biggest complaint, is that they didn't know where to find stuff. Like there wasn't just simple categories, so just that simple little thing I think helps a little bit. I think it's easier to find things that you might be more interested in, possibly buy.
Yeah. So you asked about the plans. Like we're gonna focus on building a whole category system out a lot more. We want to showcase games that are live and that we recommend playing. So because if you go to Atomic Hub and look at the marketplace or the collections, there's a lot of stuff out there, and people don't know what they are getting into, and we want to change that. We want to start with the overview of collections and have them categorized and into art and games, play to earn, and collectibles. So if people are interested in Funko, for example, they can find other collections that are collectible. And we want to build sets for the collectible collections. We want to have an art section where we highlight art pieces. We want to have the play to earn overview where we show which games are actually live, because some are just doing the sale, but haven't launched any game yet, or there's just maybe a one-click button that you can do, so we don't consider that live. We actually want to have some more actions available.
You want a little more action on the screen. Yeah, I understand totally.
Yeah, so Terry just dropped, but he's we always give him some wax to
There's Terry. I don't know if he's still there.
No, Terry had to go chase his dog who escaped.
Oh no!
So Terry literally had to run.
You can get lost in the Canadian winter there.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but he's testing a lot of games.
Nice.
And
Ben, can you answer a question? What's Terry doing with Our Planet?
He is also community manager for them.
Oh, I thought he was testing a new version or a new mode on it. Allegedly, missions.
Yeah, I don't know much about that because I'm so deep in my own stuff. So
just trying to get some information. That's all.
Yeah. Although we do a lot for Our Planet, I recently unstaked all my stuff. I couldn't be bothered to do a lot of the clicking. I play one game at the moment, which is Blockchain Brawlers. But other than that, I don't have time. I don't have a lot of time to
curious. What's your opinion of Blockchain Brawlers? Because I can't afford to play it. So, so how are you liking the gameplay so far? I know that it's a building process. It's building into I think a PvP is the next mode. I think they're heading towards. But what is it now?
I was very lucky. I got a brawler back on Binance, one of the very first ones, which sold for maybe $1,000.
Wow! Yeah.
And I made that back after a few days.
The floor definitely went over 1,000 really quick. That's for sure.
So I'm keeping my legendary brawler. I already made enough stuff so that I could craft a bigger ring, new brawlers, some more equipment.
Now, are you guys able to craft other brawlers, or you can only?
Yes.
So that's what's going on, because I've been seeing a lot of these Scotties popping up that are like a ton of them. And I'm like, how does that happen? And someone said that I think you're able to craft up to a Scotty, correct?
Scotties are very affordable, and they were very overpowered at the beginning, so people were just crafting those, and they were also very meme worthy. So Yeah, but then they changed then they changed the attributes, and
Right.
now some people get angry because they all crafted Scotties and now they are not that valuable anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I have a Scotty.
But that happens in every game, Ben. Is someone they release
Yeah, of course.
one too many of one character, and then all of a sudden everyone's using it. It's like a gun in a Call of Duty game. Everyone starts using a gun, so they downgrade it. So they all have to find someone else to play now. But I mean,
with play to earn, it's a bit tricky because people spend money on that and then they don't get the value that they expected.
I did see the liquidity of BCB and Wax. Was it the other day? Was negative near enough?
Oh, wow.
Very low.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. It went up and down. There was it's been moving up and down. It went crazy high for a second though. It was like nuts, and then it like dumped. So who knows, man? I mean, we've all been here with Alien World before and stuff.
Oh,
like
it's a TLM
before, you know.
Are you taking all coins now on NFT Hive, or which way are you going to do it?
For the drops, anyone can just ask for their drops, for their coin to be supported for their drops. So if you are a game and you want to have a drop for your pack sale in your native currency that people have mined in your game, for example, then we're going to support that because it's quite easy.
Yes, and by the way, Ben, thank you. M.O.R.B.S got listed on there today. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yes, so yes, I 100% back what he just said. Like they will do that. That's awesome.
Right. I have just been thinking about something like supporting multiple tokens, but then there might be a problem with changing token value. I'm not sure if that works, but I've been thinking like you can list your drop for Wax, which is then the most common one.
Sure.
But you can then also have the option to pay with another currency, maybe.
Now, that would be huge. So in other words, like even on a secondary sale, we could purchase using another currency if there was some contract that could match up the I'm sure the values. I'm sure, correct?
That is not as easy. I've been thinking about this for quite some time, like buying on the secondary with other currencies, especially since Wax has USDT, but nobody's using it.
Right.
And Wax has Ethereum as well. You can actually swap Ethereum to Wax, but it's not usable right now. You could use the Alcor contract to live swap.
Right.
But the pools are just not full
big
enough
to do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but
otherwise,
it's interesting though. Yeah, it seems like it would be an interesting thing because I haven't seen that yet, like where someone can do it on the
I'm still hoping for it. Yeah.
It'd be great to see. Yeah.
One more question, Ben, and this is one that is, I think, it's a big discussion. Would you ever separate your just artists and games into two different altogether sites? So you couldn't, if you're just looking for the top 10 sales of artists this week, you won't come across a game. Is that possible? Or would you think about doing something like that?
Like you mean on a market or on a market cap website?
No, so like literally you'd have your games section totally away from your artists, because I noticed when you go to Atomic and when you go to Nifty is you'll always see games before you'll see an artist drop. 9 times out of 10. And I think it's not the games that keep Wax alive, it's more the artists.
We had a discussion about this actually today in the Wax trading channel. Like people are always calling for art-based website. I totally agree.
Maybe just a switch. It could just be a switch. At the top, how you have like light mode and dark mode. You just like go game mode or art mode, and it just takes all the
controller in the corner.
Yeah, just like a clink, and then it just resets the page.
Well, if I just copy the whole website, that would be easy. But if you actually, some stuff doesn't really work. Like if you want to build a marketplace for art, I think the layout also has to be a bit different. It could look different, which like bigger pictures and maybe white background. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I was always hoping that someone is building that, but sometimes people ask me like,
there is one half made, but I know it hasn't been finished. And it was Mike from CryptoSwatch has created something like that. but I think it's stopping the games
I
not
know
getting
about.
mixed in.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's not easy to build a whole marketplace with all the features on Wax. It's
Yeah.
been sitting on this for
And how big is your team, Ben?
since the
I'm
beginning.
curious about that too. Like, how big is your team over there at NFT Hive?
Up until October last year, it was me.
Wow.
And
Wow, congrats!
yeah,
Some
Ben, you're holding the
achievements.
world on your shoulder, man. That's a lot of work, man. Wow, that's
it
amazing.
is. Yeah. No, my colleague joined in October. Since we started the blog producer in August, and I definitely needed help on the side with managing the servers and
Sure.
the blog producer.
How's that going for you
So
guys?
he joined.
Are you guys doing well with the voting and all that kind of stuff?
We are number 3, I think, in this one.
Woo!
First
Nice.
is.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's great.
Congrats!
Yeah, congrats for sure.
Yeah, so, like, we're doing a lot of stuff, like the Discord bots that you mentioned. Yeah, we're doing the official one on Wax, which highlights the top over $10,000 sales and
Right.
this stuff. Yeah, so back to the team. So
Yeah.
my colleague joined in October to help us with the blog producer. He has been setting up like the Hyperion servers. I don't know if you're familiar with Hyperion.
No, I don't know
It's like
much
the
about
biggest. It's the biggest API on Wax. Like you can browse the whole transaction history, and they are very big. Like there are over 13 terabytes of data already, just because of Alien Worlds mining and
Wow.
Farmers Worlds mining.
Holy mackerel!
Wow.
So all of that, yeah, you have to keep all the entire history somewhere, and those are big API servers that we're renting.
That's no joke. That's that's a lot. You never just think about how many people play Alien Worlds too, and how much of that mining stuff has to be kind of calculated. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's all there. In case you want to look up your mining history, you can do that with Hyperion. No, but he transitioned to help more with NFT Hive, and he's actually the one who built the interface for the drops creator and collection editor. So that was very good work.
Nice.
I've been writing the smart contracts, and yeah. So Terry's in the team. He is doing community work, of course, but he is part-time. And my girlfriend is doing mini job as a designer.
Oh,
So
very
that's
cool.
it.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. Now, are you guys planning on doing any kind of like drops for the marketplace, or any kind of like grand opening or anything like that?
I hope so. Like we're talking to some people who wanted to do drops with us, and a lot of people are mostly interested in the pack contract. So we're very focused on finishing that first.
Sure.
And,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see.
exciting. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do, and you guys will have an opener and everything. You were saying, right? And it's going to be like a customizable kind of launch page.
Yeah, that's the thing we are planning next. So we are putting our contracts out there for us at first, but we also want to be an onboarding service that helps new bigger partners come to Wax, and for that they certainly want to have like their own website and
Of course,
a drop page. So we're also looking into fiat payment options.
Nice.
That
But I think that's smart, because like that's the other thing too, is that people have such a hard time getting Wax. If there's a way that they could at least get the NFTs in and then start using a wallet, maybe the wallet comes automatically attached or something. I think that would be a great way to onboard, people that are outside the scope of crypto, which would be great. Especially with a big brand. If you got a big brand that already has a large community, I think it's an awesome way, to get them in, and then kind of start, funneling them through the whole Wax process. Hopefully they catch on to other stuff. That's great. And so, like, No, Terry's still, I think, chasing his dog. So I don't know if he's going to be back. But I want to get over here to Terra. Mike, I want to first do a real quick giveaway for the people in the YouTube chat, guys. Let me pop that over there. If you guys have typed in a $ MORBS, the very first thing I think I'm going to give away is this. It's a Jack Crackers pack. Let me do a spin here. Let's see who's going to get it. It might be one of the staff members. We always have that happen. So let's see. Let's see who's going to get it. Jeff, you won, brother. So go ahead and you can get in contact with me over on Twitter at MORBS15. Send the wax ID, send a little picture of this, and I will send you over the Jack Crackers pack. So thank you for that. Anyway, well, Ben, thank you very much for coming by and telling us about this. We'll have you back on definitely again and again as you continue to build this, because I like seeing the wax community build and having options. I think the more options, the better. It makes things just kind of get more interesting and more fun.
I guess I have to step out a bit more from the shadows. And
you do, man. I'm really glad that you guys came on. It was really nice to talk to you and hear how you've kind of been approaching everything. So it's
always late for me. Like it's now 2.
Oh my God, go to sleep, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you for staying up, man. Thank you so much for.
And you in Belgium, are you?
No, Germany.
Germany. Oh, yeah, you're an hour ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, get some sleep. Well, thank you so much, Ben. We'll have you back on for sure, man. We're gonna get over to Tara Mike now from Jumble Art.
Okay.
So tell me, thank you so much, Ben. All right, Tara. Bye. So tell me what you've been up to, my friend.
Chilling with Jumby, making stuff.
Yeah, man. So let me bring up the page here. First of all, let me start off with this because TC told me I had to play this video. He was like, "This is a great video." So let's just play this. We'll get a little. Here we go. There we go. Let's see what happens here.
Oh boy, yeah, that's fun. I love it.
So the other day I was on London running around and found a horse that had a saddle. And so if someone is missing a horse with a saddle, I have it. It's safe, it's chilling. But yeah, I thought that was weird that there was just this random horse sitting there, and I clicked him and I was able to ride him. And I'm like, this has to be somebody's horse. Like somebody had to have lost this. Like horses don't come with saddles, I'm pretty sure. So if someone out there is missing a brown horse with a saddle, hit me up. I have him or her.
That's classic.
That's so awesome.
That's so classic. So we don't know who did this, right? We don't know. I Belong Here is the person that has the YouTube channel, but we don't know who actually made the video. Obviously, I Belong Here did. So that was cool. No way. So tell us about your project, man. Let's hear what's going on with all the stuff that's happening with you.
I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got a bunch of different ways to like gamify the release of art. That's kind of what we're trying to do, is have some fun with the way we release this art, and to try to keep it rare, keep it fun. To piggyback like NFT Hive, man, they have been awesome. Like since day one, I have a lot of my information comes from there. Just all the market data, everything that they've done from day one has been like such a useful place.
It has, man. Yeah, I love that place. I mean, because I didn't really know much about it, and I found out doing the bulk listing. That's how I originally found out. Like someone was like, I was like, how do you list all this stuff? They're like, oh, dude, you got to go check out NFT Hive. And I was like, well, I don't even know if I can log in, because it was so foreign back then, but man, once I started using it.
Here's a cool thing for an artist on the Hive. When you mouse over something, it'll flip it over to the back image of your NFT. Yep. So it's fun. Like we started putting the Jumby coin as all the back images. So anytime you hover over it, it's a bunch of little Jumby coins.
That's cool. It's
a cool little functionality that makes it feel so much more alive than the rest,
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. And I think this guy that's on the screen right here did a Meet the Artist with you recently. I'm looking at the thing right now. Let me share the screen here. So Crackers did an interview with him here, the illustrious Crackers, and I'm going to put the link here for everyone. It's already in the YouTube chat, guys, if you want to read up on Jumby art. Let me close these. ad right there. But so Jumbie art, like, how did this start for you, man? How did you get into NFTs? How did you start making the art, and why did you choose wax?
So I don't make the art. I just release it for Jumbie.
Okay.
Right. So Jumbie's always been one of my favorite artists, and when NFTs kind of made it into my consciousness, he was one of the first people that I thought of that would really love this technology. I mean, look at that right there. Okay. Yeah. So what you're getting is like kind of a low res version. That thing is 9 feet tall, hanging out in the studio.
Wow.
So the amount of detail that's missing in just that little wax card is like gigabytes worth. Right.
Yeah.
So
the sign you were showing earlier, actually, that we thought was your screen, it was actually a piece of art, correct? That was
this right here.
Yep.
Is just a just a piece of Jumbie art that he has posters and all sorts of stuff, and like we just put it up in front of the screen, just I don't know, why not? Better than a Be Right Back screen. Great. I don't know.
So he's doing this stuff large, like most of these pieces are going to be large gallery style kind of artworks, correct?
Right. And so we've kind of tried to find a way, like, how do you release Jumbie's gigantic masterpieces as little tiny things on a phone?
Right.
Right. So he came up with just cutting them down into pieces and hyper zooming into those pieces. Nice. And they all make up like a bigger piece.
Oh, very
right.
Cool.
So,
are you planning to do like a blend, like for something like that, like where people can blend up to the whole picture?
That one is for Anubis, right? So that's the heart. On the other side, there's a feather. There's a couple to him, and then you blend them all together, and you get the final Anubis.
Wow,
there's the cool, Ether Shaman, like level 1.
Wow.
But you can blend your way up to the 9 foot tall piece, the level 3.
That's awesome, man. This is really cool. And you guys are just on wax, or are you also on ETH? Or how did you guys start as far as the NFT side?
I mean, I love wax. I live on wax. I've been on wax since I knew what a blockchain was, and
right.
But we've released some stuff on like Poly. There's a couple things on ETH that are, Genesis is on Ethereum, but it also comes with a physical NFT portal, which is kind of behind me. Wow. You can see it sort of changing color.
Yeah.
There we have like bigger ones of those. There's the Derby piece. That's
amazing.
That's what we're giving away. If you buy a winning ticket, like if you buy a ticket and your corresponding horse wins, that's the NFT that your ticket will blend into.
Nice.
So only the winning tickets will get that.
This is great, man. How does he work? What is it, mainly all digital and then he prints it out, or
he's all digital. He's got this giant monitor that's really a big Wacom tablet. And he just in there, like it's fun to watch him, fun to watch him get down and do his thing and see what comes out. He's working on a whole clothing line right now, like as we speak downstairs in the studio. Like,
oh, very cool.
Yeah.
And so explain these right here. This has something to do with that Derby, correct? That we were just showing a second ago.
So
right?
the Kentucky Derby is on Saturday. It's a big thing. Like Jumbie's from Kentucky, and cool. I have family in Kentucky. My cousin has been a horse trainer at Churchill Downs years and years ago. She was for years a horse trainer. So she used to bring us in backside of the Derby, to experience that horse race, from the inside.
Right.
And this is like the first year the Derby's happening that we know what NFTs are. And we're talking to Jumbie about it. And he's like, I've got this piece that no one's ever seen. I made it, never got to use it. Let's do something cool.
Oh, that's so cool, man. What a great idea. Yeah, I like the cards too. That's really cool. And so how does the game work for this? Like, is it going to be like a drawing, or how does that work as far as?
So basically you buy the NFT for the horse you think is going to win. And
I just bought the number 1.
What was that, TC?
I just bought the number 1.
Yeah, no way. Damn it.
Yeah, so what'll happen is the race goes off Saturday.
Okay.
It's I believe it's like 6:57, or is it 6:57 Eastern time or 7:57?
Are these matching the horses? Is that
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so this is actually like based off of the actual race. All right,
actual Derby. All the horses information, the trainer, the owner, all the information is baked inside the metadata of each one of those.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you buy that, and then once the race is officially called, I'll put up a blend where your winning ticket will blend into that piece, and that's the only way you can
so
get
cool. That is so cool, man. Super cool. Oh, that's super cool, man. So and then these are all out right now. You can go buy them. TC just bought one just while we were talking here. So go out and
Not
get
just.
these.
I have one to give away.
Oh, you have one to give away. Okay, here we go. We got a giveaway.
One.
Giveaway from Crackers. Let's see who's going to get it. This is for a what is it? A race car? Which one is it?
It's race cars to pick your horse.
it's the playbill.
Lembus. Lembus. You have one. Where's the playbill? Where is it at? This one right here, right?
Yeah, top, yeah.
Top one, this one. So this is the one that you've won, Lembus. Go ahead and get in touch. We will get this out to you for sure.
Just drop me a message, Limbus, on Twitter, and I'll drop it out to you.
Yep. There you go. Get in touch with Crackers. I want nothing to do with you, man. Forget it. Get out of here.
He did ask where his wax drop was and the wax attack.
He'll be in Wax Attacks 4. So the Wax Attacks 3 was all filled up. JRG got that last spot before Limbus. So the next one's going to be Limbus. It'll be we have 2 spots, but I think we have 8 spots open, Crackers. So maybe you can help me fill up those other 8.
We'll fill those up. I think we're better off doing a Google form and just let people log in and just so we don't have to chase people anymore. For artwork, they have a cut-off date. They're not there. Just spin the wheel, get someone else in.
Dude, you have no idea. When we did the extravaganza a couple weeks ago, like it's 40 plus artists, 12 rooms, and I'm like, guys, send it to me a little early, like a week early, so I have a little time to put it. Yeah, I got everything literally 3 days before, and it was like 40 artists all at once. I was like, oh my god, I was up late. Let's just say that I was up late. But anyway, back to Jumby art. So this is the derby happening this Saturday, guys. So watch it. Go get your thing here. Now, what's coming after this? What do you have planned for Jumby in the long term?
So that's something actually we're going to be thinking about today. Right after the derby, we're going to be going hard into. He's got a lot of fun stuff. I know we want to do a MORBS drop and see,
cool.
have something just for that, and an exclusive thing. But see, here's the thing, right? So Jumby has a treasure trove of art that he's been creating that people haven't really seen. And so now we have this way with Wax to get it out there to the world.
Right.
So part of the fun is we don't really know exactly. I do know that high res profile pictures of a lot of Jumby things are coming. And a new part of the Egyptian series is the Toth piece, which is going to be really cool. We've got some land in mind in Uplift just for that to, do something really cool there to release that. But that's taken Jumby years to create, years and 2 different computers, because the first computer he was working on, the file got so large that his computer couldn't handle it.
It blew up.
We had to upgrade him to something like a Ferrari now.
Yeah.
And so it's taken a really long time. And the rollout for this has, we've got it narrated, by a professional, and we've got videos being done. It's being done in Unreal 5. It's pretty cool. What he's creating downstairs right now.
All right, cool, man. That sounds cool. I want to see that, man. That sounds really good. Yeah, I mean, definitely, get in touch. Also, we made a PFP maker. I was looking at that art. I was like, that would be kind of cool kind of art to randomize, have the script that we do. It randomizes stuff. Maybe he draws a bunch of layers. I'll talk to you guys. I'll DM you guys about it, man. Because that might be a cool thing, I think, for Wax that hasn't been seen, I think, over here, which would be kind of a cool thing. Because he has a cool style, man. What does he use mainly? Is it Photoshop? Is he a Photoshop guy or
all Photoshop? Photoshop for some of the print stuff we do, because the clothing line requires AI files, so it's a little Illustrator in there. Yeah. But I mean, it's thousands upon thousands of layers. I remember years ago when I first saw something of Jumby's, I was like, I wonder how he sets this up, and I wonder what his Photoshop looks like. And I was real curious. And then here I am a couple of years later, working with him, doing all this. And it's
that's crazy, man.
It's cool to just watch him work. It's like digital Bob Ross in the weird way. It's fun.
Happy little mistakes here and there. Happy little mistakes.
Seriously.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool. And you guys came from clothing, because I think I clicked on some link that was a clothing kind of line. So he does do a lot of clothing.
Some lovely clothing there that blind you with the colors. Very, very, very vibrant.
Yeah.
Jumbie's art I mean, it's like festival clothing, but it's high end, right? He breaks the things not only with his art but with the design. You know, I can never wear a hoodie that doesn't have a thumb hole built into it because Jumbie did it, and now I'm used to it and I need to have it. You know, little stuff like that.
Right. He's all like, "Where's my thumb hole, man? God damn it!"
I've been there. I actually have been there. I have had worktops, and they've had these lovely little finger holes. Just keep your hands warm. And you get to your normal jump, you're like, "Oh, get a knife. Just put a hole here."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I just want to show this one really quick. This is
there's the M.O.R.B.S piece.
This is really nice.
That's
man.
class. That is.
That is, man. Yeah, it's really cool.
You got to see it up
him with
close
laser
too.
eyes.
Yeah, he needs to get into the AR, man. He has to get Adobe Aero because if he's using Photoshop, it'd be super easy for him where he could separate these layers when you point your phone at it, it'll 3D this out, you know, because that would look badass.
Yeah.
Because I saw an art thing that was in this kind of vein a little bit, you know, and they did that and it was just, man, it was crazy to look at when you're up front. You're like, wow, that looks super cool.
Well, you know what's really cool? I don't know if you guys have been watching Moon Knight on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all in this Egyptian lore, and it's really cool because I'm looking around, we're watching this, and the gods that they're talking about are like hanging up above me and stuff. It's really neat.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's super cool.
I'm sad. I can say I remember from Stargate. Sorry.
It's taking it way back, man.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I told you. Stargate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a great show, man. It was a great movie, too. It was just.
Yeah, I watched the movie the other night, probably for the 50th time.
Right? One of those ones you can just watch. It's like, I watched Fifth Element, I think, for like the 100th time the other day. Like, I watched that one all the time. Matrix, I can watch like a bazillion times. You know, that's just like a classic on the background kind of thing. But anyway. Enough about us. But so that's awesome, Mike. So then right now let's do that. So like you got this drop, go get that, guys. The Saturday drawing is going to happen. So hopefully watch the horse, cheer for your horse. Now you have some stake in the game, which is cool. And then keep an eye out for Mike. He's going to be dropping more stuff, I'm assuming, soon afterwards. Yeah,
we already used NFT Hive's drop feature yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Drop number 16. Oh yeah, I saw
nice,
it. I had
man.
to test it out.
Oh,
we did
that's
a
so
Jumbie
cool.
pack drop for Aether just to see how it works, and it's cool because you can actually have multiple NFTs inside of one drop.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Like multiple templates can be inside that one drop, almost like a pack, but it's not a pack. I don't know how to describe what it is, but it's not a pack. It's a mega drop.
It's like a bundle. It's a bundle.
A bundle, yeah, exactly. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. And so I'm curious. I need to hop into. I still haven't fully, delved into the drop thing of it. I want to make some tutorials of it for sure, man. Because I'm just so stoked to see other people doing more stuff, and hopefully it keeps growing, man. Because I think that just helps everybody's collections out. Just keep it going. But that's awesome, man. All right, cool. So now I know you're number 16 on the NFT High drop. Now I got to go buy the drop too over there. And that's only going to be available on NFT High, right? The one for Aether because it's Aether, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, we'll do that, man. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike, for coming by, man.
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. I've really got to come back and talk a little bit more when this grows, when Jumbie keeps going and making more art, which is cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, man. And do you have anything else you want to leave us with before we leave?
I mean, just appreciate everything, everyone does in this wax community. It's why we're here.
Yeah.
So it's without that, this doesn't mean as much, so I appreciate everything everyone does that nobody sees. Everyone's in their rooms doing whatever in their office, whatever it is, they don't really see, but keep going, everybody.
Exactly, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
TC, what do you got to leave us with, man?
Not much.
He's honest.
TC's the man, dude. TC is the man. It's another day. He's sitting by the lake. He's just chilling. He wants to eat some dinner. Call it a night.
Yeah.
Go and hunt a bear, TC.
No bear. Lots of deer, though.
A lot of deer. Maybe a moose every now and then. Maybe a moose.
Yeah, the odd moose.
How about you, Crackers? What do you want to leave us with, man?
We have Masters of Bitcoin on next week,
Yep.
which is a new NFT project on Wax.
All right.
I think it has, I'm not 100% certain, but I know it's going to have figurines in it.
Oh, nice.
What's it called?
So, Masters of Bitcoin.
Masters of Bitcoin? Is it just an art collection or?
No, I think it's going into real life with figurines.
Oh, cool.
I think Ken's involved. I think Miggy's somewhere
Yeah,
involved.
Miggy was involved with it. Yeah, I saw something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there is. It looks like it's going to be a big collection. So I think at the moment, and then we have the wax attacks tomorrow.
Are you doing right? Are you going to be doing a write up on that, or
on which one now?
The one that Ken and Miggy are doing.
Oh, well, it has been the show first anyway. So let's get them onto the show first. Then we blackmail them. Sorry, we asked them nicely.
So I put mirrors in the wax attacks now, guys. So now we have mirrored walls, and you can walk through the mirror and hide from people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like you could, like someone's over here, they're going to be checking themselves out right here, and you can be over here looking at them. They won't see you, which is really hilarious. So anyway, yeah, go check out Wax Attacks tomorrow, guys. You still have a portal here to the extravaganza room, so there's 12 rooms in there as well. But you can walk around and buy art tomorrow. Only 2 wax a piece, guys. Each one of these 2 wax a piece. 10 artists for 20 wax. You can walk out of here with 10 NFTs.
That's awesome.
That roar looks good. And so
the
raw one.
It's too bad you couldn't have one sign that is a bundle pack. So I just click and you just get all of them in one shot.
Like a
I'm going to tell you. So this one right here, 8-Bit Slammers, this is a full pack. So you're actually getting 10 NFTs, I think, in this one. Maybe or
no, of all the artists.
That's not a bad idea.
So if somebody just doesn't have time to go around and click on everything, they could just go, okay, I'll take the whole thing.
But what you could do there is you take the mint ones into one pack and auction that, have a mint one pack and auction it off.
That's not a bad idea too. That's a good idea. Yeah, this one right here, this Mikey, he has 10 in the pack. So you're actually getting 10 NFTs in that pack, and they're of Jack Crackers. It's our little Jack Crackers in Mikey's thought process, so it's going to be super cool.
Yeah, you did the Senior Lupe version as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. And then also I did something new. So this one is actually a music NFT. I have the sound turned off right now, but if you walk up close to these now, you'll hear the song.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so this is how I'm going to build the
music
thing.
One?
The music one's going to be a big headphone. So imagine this being a big headphone. And then you're going to walk inside the headphone. You'll hear the music, and then I'll put like a little NFT on top that you can buy. So that's going to be the TC Megastore. That's going to be on the next one. The next Wax Attack should have that one finished. So, another room to build. Anyway, so
you bring this on yourself. Just remember that.
I do. I got.
He loves it though.
I'm a glutton
I know.
Glutton for punishment. But anyway, check us out tomorrow, guys. It's Saturday, 1 p.m. PST. And it's free. Just come on in, get 20 wax, and purchase some stuff in there, guys, and have some fun. And then join us next week. All right, guys. So what is it? Yeah, that would be really cool. I thought about that, Humble. That same thing, like kind of like how you do super blends. So in super blends, you can use multiple collections to make the ingredients for the blend.
I'll ask Chris. I'll contact Chris on Discord there and see what he says.
Yeah, because I mean that would be awesome if they could add something like that, where the pre-minted pool would be allowed to use things from other collections.
So if they all agree to give 10 of each,
and
exactly. You can make 10 packs, and there you go. First 10 people in, 20 wax. There you go. Keep the mint one. Say to the mint, do you want to do the mint ones as a big auction pack?
Yeah.
So I'd say get some action on that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine an action pack of all number ones?
Oh man.
Oh, wreck.
I wonder if that'd be. Yeah, I wonder if you could set that. That would be pretty cool. Make sure cool, like how always makes one of those. Like
all number ones.
That's like getting
we'll take
50%. Yeah, it's like.
Okay, we'll set it on 20.
That's a good idea. I like that. Anyway, so check us out next week, guys. All right. Thank you again, NFT Circus. We are out. Chop. Nice.